We are going to check out our next eggs. But before we do that, let's review the story of Easter so far and what we found in our eggs. So first we had a donkey. And if you're watching this, say to somebody next to you what the donkey represents. And then we have the money. If you're watching this, say to somebody near you what the money represents. We have the praying hands. Let somebody know what those represent. We have the cup. Let somebody know what that represents. We have the rooster. Share the story with somebody. And then the whip. All right, let's find out what's in today's egg. All right, the next egg, let's see what's inside.
What's inside?
It is a little tiny stick. It's a little pokey. Ouch! This is to represent the crown of thorns. Took this off my rose bush. I'm going to turn it that way so you can see all the little pokey things? They made a crown to go on Jesus's head that was made out of thorns that could poke and hurt him. And we talked the other day about how they were not being kind to Jesus and how they were making fun of him. So I'm going to read from John chapter 19, verse 30. Jesus tasted the vinegar. Then he said, "It is finished." He bowed his head and died. This was preparation day. The next day was a special Sabbath day. The Jews did not want the body to stay on the cross on the Sabbath day. So they asked Pilate to order that the bodies be taken away. So the crown of thorns, we're talking about how Jesus died and how people were not kind to him. And even while he was on the cross, they were not kind to him. And he died. All right, let's find out what's in the next egg. What do you think it is, Elizabeth? You don't know?
A cross?
A cross, you think? Let's find out. It is. It's a cross. And one of my helpers drew a cross for me. So it's a cross. Like I already mentioned, Jesus died on the cross. And the cross was another very unkind way for them to punish Jesus. Especially because he had done nothing wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so now I'm going to read.
That
might be from a different story. Now I'm going to read from Luke chapter 22, verse 26 through 28, and then 32 through 43. But you must not be like that. The greatest among you should be like the youngest, and the leader should be like servant. Who is more important? The one sitting at the table or the one serving him? You think that the one at the table is more important, but I am like a servant among you. I am not sure that I am in the right spot.
Mom, don't say I like dildo.
Hold on. All right. It's chapter 23. The soldiers led Jesus away. At that time, there was a man coming into the city from the fields. His name was Simon, and he was from the city of Cyrene. And the soldiers forced Simon to carry Jesus' cross and walk behind him. A large crowd of people was following Jesus. Some of the women were sad and crying, but Jesus turned to them. "Women of Jerusalem, don't cry for me. Cry for yourselves and for your children too. The time is coming when people will say, 'Happy are the women who cannot have children. Happy are the women who have no babies to nurse.'" There were also 2 criminals led out with Jesus to be killed. Jesus and the 2 criminals were taken to a place called Skull. There the soldiers nailed Jesus to the cross. They also nailed the criminals to their crosses, one beside Jesus on the right and the other beside Jesus on the left. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they are doing." So, again, Jesus died on the cross, and that was a cruel thing that they did to him, but Jesus did that and made that sacrifice for us. Next Tuesday, we will look at 2 more eggs. We have 4 more left as we lead into Easter. Have a great day.